Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is everything okay? All right. Good. Thank you.
So what's it really going to take to have a lasting peace in southern Sudan? I mean, this, like I said, it's been going on for years and years and years, and now they've got, looks like freedom.
You know, I believe that we got to get rid of the radical Al-Qaeda around the world. I mean, it's not just about peace inside of Sudan. What about here in America? I mean, we got problems here in America too. And it all goes back to terrorism. When you follow terrorism, it all goes back into northern Sudan. So I believe that how that peace is going to be stuck and how we're going to be able to keep it is Bashir needs to come out of office. And then he needs to stand for the war crimes that he's done.
Why did he want? It seemed like, you know, the way he's playing it, the way he played the PR, that he wanted this to happen. You know, he's like saying, "Oh yeah, this is really, you know, if they go for it," and he makes it sound like he's a really nice guy.
But yet they're fighting for Abyei because all the
that's where the oil.
That's where the major oil, over 50% of the oil, is in the Abyei region. But there's a lot of places inside of South Sudan they haven't even checked for the oil. So, I mean, there's ground inside of Sudan that is virgin ground full of oil. But Abyei is a lot of oil. But now there's a big problem with the pipeline. So the South don't know if they're going to rent the pipeline or if they're going to put their own pipeline in. A lot of big decisions. So even July 9th is when the freedom actually, or the independent actually will come in to South Sudan. So between now and the 9th of July, we need to really keep praying. But even after that, we need to really keep praying because the people of South Sudan got to have God's wisdom for every step they're going to be making. Because we got a pipeline. I think the cheapest price to put the pipeline in was like $7 billion. So there's a lot of very big decisions they got to make there.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of oil companies that are saying, "Oh, we'll be glad to work with you on that for a certain percentage." Now, in order to keep a stable government, you've got to have a good, solid military,
right? Yeah.
And it can't just be a ragtag group of guys.
Yeah,
it's got to be. I mean, are they organized that well?
I tell you what, I can say. You know, the SPLA, the Sudanese People Liberation Army. If you look at them, they're one of the only militaries that ever fought a war with nothing for over 22 years and never lost.
I remember hearing that story about the guy shooting down a plane with just a regular rifle.
Yeah, so these guys are unbelievable soldiers. So now they have helicopters, they got fighting equipment. Now I believe that they're going to be a very, very good military. They're getting some good training. I know a lot of the soldiers that I've met now, they're totally different. They're not the normal rebel soldiers that they was 14 years ago when I went in there.
Yeah, when they were 10 and 12 years old and they were fighting for their freedom and protection.
Absolutely, but these guys now, I mean, they got uniform, they got good guns, they got good equipment. I believe that they're going, right now if a war would start up, let's put it this way, if Bashir would send his Antonov out to start bombing right now, the South would win, and I believe it would go quickly.
That's amazing.
I believe it'd go quickly.
Now, what about as far as the civil government goes? They've got a president there now, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there going to be elections, or will he stay as the president?
He will stay in for so long, and then there will be elections. I know they're getting ready to rewrite everything, and I tell you what I like about South Sudan. They believe in God we trust. They're founding their government the same way that we founded ours at one time. But America, we're kind of losing it now. We're kind of losing it. You know, and if you read the Word of God, even in the Word of God, Christ said, and even down some of the disciples said, we need to go back to the basics. I believe America needs to go back to the basics again.
America stay in it or stay out of it?
You know, I believe that America can't afford to get involved in any more wars, okay? We're in a problem here. We're in a recession in our country. People's losing homes, cars, jobs, okay? We need to be concerned about America. I know a lot of people say, well, Sam, you've been in Sudan for 14 years. I've been in Sudan helping their country for 14 years. But I believe America, we have our own problems that we need to work out. We're in two wars we can't finish.
Yeah, I hear you.
Seem too happy anymore.